All right, we're on a job site here. We arrived on a job site in Manhattan. Maybe not, maybe not the greatest place right now. I remember a time where Manhattan, Bronx, the five boroughs, Queens, Staten Island, so on and so forth, Brooklyn, was pretty nice. I remember a time where it wasn't so nice. Then it got really nice. I won't mention any politics. When it really got nice. Who that leadership was, but now it's been pretty crummy for a while. So we won't talk about that. But what we will say is, when you're on a job site, you want to make sure that your tools are secure. Pick a pretty hefty fellow to pick this up. Frankly, we're going to weigh it when we're done. But I just want to mention the reason why I brought that up is because you need security. So we've got some security here. We got some vintage security. Okay, so we're just going to unlock that with the skeleton key. There you go. We've got a vintage padlock. Just going to put that in there. One of my favorite products, which is boiled linseed oil. Okay, it does a really good job of preserving wood. All right, so we're going to use a fresh brush. We're just going to brush that on. And we'll let that soak in nicely. We've got the padlock latch. Okay, I don't think that this was original, because looking at the case itself, there's an imprint on the case of a different shaped padlock latch. Okay, but that's nowhere to be found. I guess that probably broke over the years, and then it was replaced with this. But doing research on the internet, I found that this is a period correct piece as well. Okay, it's very old. One way you could tell it's old is because the slot for the ring is going this way as opposed to this way. They've gone this way for a long time. They haven't gone this way in a long time. Okay, so this is a Stanley. I cleaned it up a little bit where it shows. I can't really date it. Okay, but you can see it says Stanley, made in the USA, and there's like a little right here, like a little heart. Okay, so Stanley, a little heart, and then made in the USA. Like I said, the only other ones I could find with this design where the slot goes this way were really quite old. So this is going to work. We're just going to clean it up. We'll blue it so we can match the brackets from the strap as well. Okay, so we've got that cleaned up. We're just going to go ahead and blue that. Alright, so we blued that, and we're just going to hit that with some steel wool. Put a little bit of oil on that. Okay, so now we got the latch. Not the latch, but we have the the eye where the lock goes through, the padlock goes through. Alright, so we cleaned that up, okay, but we did, like I said, we left some of the patina on there, okay. I wanted that to have nice aged look, okay, but clean, and it's something that's being maintained, okay. Just to give an idea of how it could have looked, this is beautiful brass. I polished the back of the piece that will not be visible, and you can see the difference. I mean, it's look at that. Look at the reflection of my hand in that. Very correct stuff here. Yeah. All right, there she is. Master Carpenter's box. Complete. What do you think? I love it. I love it. Personally, I love it. It came out better than expected. I mean, no thanks to me. I'm not patting myself on the back, but it really was a treasured box. You could really tell that the owner kept this box. He loved it. He really loved it. And you know, I promise to keep it just as nice. But this box will not be a you know, a trailer queen, if you will. This box is gonna be a working box. Okay, so it's gonna continue in the fine tradition of the previous owner. Okay, so it's ready to go now. It's ready to work, and yeah, really, really looking good. Okay, just really looking good. So we cleaned up the corners. Okay, like I said, we left some of the patina, but we cleaned up the corners. We glued the vintage Stanley latch. Okay, we just cleaned up the hinges and just you know, made them look a little nicer. We oiled the entire box with linseed oil. Okay, so and we let that dry overnight, at least 24-hour drying time, and then we wiped it so it's nice and dry, but it's protected. This is a solid box. We got a brand new leather handle on there, solid. We blued the handle brackets. Yeah, we corrected some issues with some cracks and whatnot. Okay, and then of course we added a shelf. Okay, so you can see how that came out. Okay, and we linseed oiled the entire interior as well. It smells so good right now. I love the smell of linseed oil. It's a natural oil. It comes from flax seeds, and yeah, it's safe. It's environmentally friendly, and so on and so forth. It's a great product to use. A great not product, but substance, especially for preserving wood. We love it. Okay, and yeah, so really, frankly, the only thing we have left to do is to fill it up with tools. Okay, we'll just show you the back side real quick. Okay, see, we cleaned that and linseed oiled that. I'll show you the bottom. Okay, again, everything's clean, solid, ready to go. Really, really, really fine shape at this point. All right, so let's open her back up. All right, so we got a big job coming. Okay, we got to be on a job site, so we're gonna put our fancy saw in there. Tuck that in. Actually, let's tuck it in like this. Got our fancy saw. We got our small saw. Get that in there. We've got our augers. Get that in there. All right, next to go in there is our vintage brace. Okay, to go with our augers. Tuck right in there. And down. Beautiful. All right, next to go in, we've got some files. Okay, gonna need some files on the job site. We'll put them up top. We got another file here. We're gonna drop that in there. Oh, geez, we got another one. Let's drop that in there. Looks good. All right, let's see. Oh, we got a couple more. Couple more files I gotta go in there. Look at that. Let's drop them in. This top shelf here. There you go. Looks good. What do we have next? Oh, gotta have a tape measure. Old school tape measure. We'll put that up top here. Put that in the back. Oh, caliper. Oh, you gotta have one of those. I'm gonna put that caliper up back here. Oh, definitely gonna need some clamps, some old school Carpenters clamps. All right, let's put them in now. We're gonna wrap them in some leather. Oh, we definitely need a good supply of wood chisels. We'll just put them up in here. You know, we got 6 wood chisels in there. Oh, and my favorite. Oh, do you remember this one, right? We restored this one. Ooh, this is that buck chisel with that maple handle. Oh, and the coin ring collar. Oof. We're gonna put that up in here, right in the front. We love that one. That one is like super sharp. Oh, of course we got a claw hammer. Oh, and look at this. We even have a vintage. Oh, man, crazy, yeah. We even got a vintage sledgehammer. Look at that. Oh, you remember that restore? We did that about a year. Take our another swatch here, and we'll just wrap up some. Let's see. Oh, we'll wrap up this hammer. Just wrap up the head of that hammer. That's fine. Just so it doesn't scratch everything. We're gonna put that in there. Oh, that fit nicely in there. What do we got? Oh, and now we got a ball peen. The ball peen hammer will just set in there because we've got the leather there to protect it. All right, we got another swatch here. What else do we have? Oh boy. Oh, I got a bunch of. Look at this. Look at this. I got a bunch of putty knives. Well, I've got a vintage screwdriver here. We haven't restored that yet. I kind of like that the way it is. We just where should we put that? Let's put it up top here for now. I've got an awl, a vintage awl. We'll throw that up top too. What else we have here? And we got a couple putty knives. We'll take the putty knives and we'll wrap those. We'll wrap the putty knives, and we'll put the putty knives in. And we'll put the putty knives. We'll tuck them in down over here. There's plenty of space here for these putty knives. Come on, get in there. There we go. Plenty of space. I got a big open area down over there. Oh, what do I got? I got this sledgehammer. I don't think that'll really be used. I found another piece of scrap leather. We're just going to wrap that puppy up. Look at this. We just wrap that up with that. We're not going to use that very often, but it's wrapped. You know what we'll do? Being that we're not going to use it much, let's take a couple of these tools out, and we'll let's just take our brace out. We're going to use that a lot. We do a lot of work with that. We're going to put the sledgehammer down in the back. Look at that, tucked in there. Perfect. Then we'll put our brace in there next. Put that brace in there. Oop, we got it down like this. Now we got our brace in there. Now we can go in there with our ball peen, which we probably won't use that much either. Got a claw hammer on top. Put the ball peen hammer down in there. Put the claw hammer on top of that. There we go. That fit in there nicely. Oh, let's see. There we go. Now it's in there nicely. What do we got left? Okay, I got a set of pliers. World War II. You probably remember this restoration. Might need a set of pliers on the job, and create a little holster. So we might not have to put it in this box because I got this for the belt. Oh, by the way, don't know if you noticed this. Am I right? All right, let's just, I don't know, let's just toss this in there for now. We'll put that on our belt when we're there. Oh, what do we got left? We've got a vintage level. I guess we'll just tuck that in the top there. Okay, and then we have a little clip-on vintage level, okay? I don't know, we'll just stick that in there. That'll drop right in. I tell you what, we've got some extra space. Oh, here we go. We've got a vintage Stanley knife. We might need that on the job. We'll just tuck that in the bottom there. I got plenty of space in the bottom. All kinds of space left in here, frankly. I don't know, maybe we got a little sweep up job. I got a little broom. It's not vintage plastic. Kind of feel bad putting it in there, but you know what? That's gonna go in there too. Might have to clean up after I do the job. That's in there. All right, looking good. I think we're ready to rock. Look at that. All right, so get the scale zeroed out here. I'll pan in so you can see it. You might not be able to see it right now. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna load this up on here. I'm just gonna grab it like a bear and just put it up on that scale and see what we're weighing in at. 41 pounds, 7 ounces. Look at that. That's not too bad. Not too shabby. Let's come in on that. 41.78. 41. almost 41.8 ounces. Not bad. Let's just pan in on some of these features. Here's your security system there for the 5 boroughs and elsewhere. Not to pick on them, but that's a disaster right now. New leather handle, linseed oil. We got our corners. Okay, they've been polished up. I left some of the patina on there. Didn't want it to look too new. Hinges. I left that little blob of paint, a couple drips of paint. Yeah, corners really looking good. Repaired. This was a big repair area with a huge crack. That's all. All right, just gonna open her up. There we go. Nice. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Everything's in there, ready to go. Loaded up with tools. I mean, my God, this is a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty. You got a fancy saw tucked in back there. All kinds of goodies. Yeah. Love this. I love this shelf too, because I got to do something. I got to, work on something. I can just pull out a tool, set it up over here. Maybe I got to do a little something. Maybe I got to do some writing. Maybe I'm specking out a job. Put this back, or maybe, maybe I just want to admire my buck chisel. Maybe I don't know, maybe I got work, something I'm working on here. Maybe just doing a little bit of woodwork. Probably not. But, hey, you never know. Hey, you never know. But I could spec stuff out. I could write up a receipt for a customer. I could measure something. Maybe I'm going to use my caliper here. Maybe I'm going to measure something up, on job site. Yep, there you go. All right, Mr. Customer. That's what we got. This is Paulie D from 5 Star Restorations saying thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions, any comments, please let us know. We really enjoy doing this, and we really love and appreciate the restoration community out there. All right, people like Ben Wall and Scout Crafters and others. Check out my home page, because my home page has a list of really awesome sites that you have to visit ASAP. Don't wait. They are an incredible group of people, okay?